Welcome back to Empire Anatomy. Today, we unpack one of the biggest entertainment deals in modern history. Netflix's acquisition of Warner Bros., a deal valued at roughly $82.7 billion. In the next 5 minutes, we'll explain what was bought, why Netflix paid such a price, the strategic benefits, the risks, and what this means for viewers, creators, and the industry. Let's get started. First, the background. For over a decade, Netflix built its name as the world's largest streaming service, known for bingeable originals and global reach. But despite producing huge hits, Netflix was not a legacy film studio with decades of box office IP. Warner Bros., by contrast, is one of Hollywood's historic studios, home to blockbuster franchises, a massive film and TV library, and premium brands that span generations. Recently, Warner Bros. Discovery chose to separate its networks business from its studios and streaming assets, opening the door to a sale. That's the opportunity Netflix moved on. Here are the headline terms. Netflix agreed to acquire Warner Bros. Studios and streaming assets for a total enterprise value of approximately $82.7 billion. The equity value portion was about $72 billion. The transaction combines Netflix's platform with Warner's vast content library and production capacity. Warner Bros. Discovery shareholders receive a mix of cash and Netflix stock as part of the arrangement. The deal is structured to close only after certain corporate separations and regulatory approvals. Why would Netflix spend so much? There are several strategic reasons. First, content scale. Warner's library includes decades of films and TV shows, plus powerful franchises, assets that draw subscribers and create long-term value. Second, vertical integration. Netflix already finances and produces content. Adding a large studio gives more control over production pipelines, release strategies, merchandising, and international distribution. Third, cost and efficiency. Netflix expects synergies from merging operations, consolidated production resources, unified marketing, and distribution efficiencies that reduce per-title cost over time. Fourth, competitive advantage. Streaming is now a scale game. The platform with the best mix of originals, library depth, and release flexibility can dominate viewing hours and monetization. Finally, IP-driven revenue. Franchises can be monetized across films, TV, games, theme parks, and licensing, turning content into recurring revenue streams beyond just subscriptions. But the deal is not without risks. Regulatory and antitrust concerns are front and center. A combined streaming and studio giant raises questions about market concentration and whether competition will be reduced. Creative risks exist as well. Big consolidations can stifle independent voices or shift focus towards franchise hits over artistic projects. Financially, Netflix must manage debt, integration costs, and prove the promised synergies. If cost savings or revenue gains don't appear, shareholders may suffer. There's also theatrical pushback. Release strategies affect cinemas and distributors. And finally, brand risk. Merging many major brands under one owner can alienate partners or viewers. What does this mean in practice? For viewers, more convenience, more titles under one subscription, but also a risk of reduced competition and potential price changes. For creators, larger budgets and stability for blockbuster projects, but fewer outlets for smaller creators. For the market, expect further consolidation. Competitors may pursue mergers or exclusive partnerships. The balance of power shifts towards giants who own both platforms and production. Think about franchises like the big superhero and fantasy properties. Owning those not only secures immediate viewing demand, but also opens new business lines, sequels, spin-offs, themed experiences, and licensing. That's the multiplier effect Netflix is buying. In short, Netflix's purchase of Warner Bros. Is a bet on scale, IP, and vertical control, with big potential upside and equally big risks. For Empire Anatomy viewers, this deal is a perfect example of modern corporate strategy meeting entertainment economics. If you liked this breakdown, subscribe and let us know in the comments. Do you think this deal will make streaming better or worse? Thanks for watching.